How did you get into YouTube?
Kyle, man.
How did you meet Kyle?
I had a...
Cheers, man.
Yeah. I had a business, the business that I told you about, like the Prep Academy. I saw his video first on YouTube. I was like, oh shit.
This guy lives here?
Yeah, I was like, hit me up because I come from a film background.
That's exactly what I said. I said, hey man, I live here. I'm starting to do music. Hit me up.
Yeah, I come from a film background, and at that time, Kyle was like, he was starving. Like, he was struggling at that time. He had been in Vietnam for like 8 months, and then at the time, like, the Kyle LA right now, kind of got it established, wasn't the Kyle LA. Like, he was doing YouTube just for fun,
Yeah, for sure. That's like
and then, like, people noticed, and they were like, I'm big fans, and I happened to be at that time a big fan, and I was like, okay, well, you're the one, you're hired because I love your videos.
So he got a teaching job with you?
He got a teaching job. I hired him because I loved his videos so much. So I didn't see like the other resumes. I just saw his picture and I was like, hey, yeah, come work for me. And actually, I commented on Kyle's videos, before I actually met him. I was like, dude, I love your work,
That's how you do it.
And then, yeah, and then that's when I started doing the YouTube. That's when I started learning YouTube algorithms.
Yeah. Well, why did you start doing YouTube?
Because when I was doing YouTube with Kyle, I was like, wait, I'm getting, people like me, and
So you were just featured in his videos because you guys.
Yeah, and I didn't know anything about tech at that time.
So did he convince you to start a channel, or was it your idea?
Actually, I wanted to because.
You have film background, and you understand YouTube.
Yeah, and seeing Kyle's growth, I was like, wait, this is something that I want to do. And I don't know, that was a weird thing. And then I started my own channel, and then I wanted to learn the tech. The more I got into it, the more I just couldn't stop investigating because
YouTube thing.
Just
the online world,
and
traffic and SEO world. Yeah.
Exactly, traffic. Let's talk about that traffic.
Well, when you say tech, a lot of times you're kind of talking about internet traffic, SEO, freaking algorithms. You're talking about internet,
web tech type of thing. Because here's the thing, like you make money, several ways.
Well,
one is
okay. Go ahead.
You're selling shit.
Physical products.
You're selling ads. What would that be called in the 4-hour work week?
Well, I'm selling physical products. So in the 4-hour work week, they talk about my method that I'm doing. Private labeling.
Okay.
Private labeling, which is buying products, stamping your own logo on them, and reselling them.
Okay.
So we buy products on Alibaba.com.
On scale.
On wholesale price.
Yeah.
The factory who you communicate with via email and Skype, they print your logo on the product, and they deliver boxes of it, like 1,000 units at a time, and with the Amazon FBA package barcode on the boxes directly to the Amazon warehouse. In America, Amazon receives it, they scan it, they know exactly what's inside. Within 24 hours, it's up for sale on Amazon. And I fill out the words on that page, the words in the pictures.
Don't tell these guys too much, man.
I'm not telling them.
Don't tell them too much.
I'm not telling them.
This is my little racket that Riley taught me. I learned Kyle's racket. I learned Riley's. I happen to have like sort of a jolly, sort of fat guy demeanor, and the people like teach me new like tricks, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna use that. I'm like a fat jolly guy, like a marshmallow man. Asian Korean marshmallow man. Yeah.
The internet's exciting, man. There's like, if you can figure out that you can make money, Amazon, this physical product thing is like a part-time business. If you can make like a couple grand, a few grand, a handful of grands every month, like totally passive, that's pretty exciting.
So I actually want to know what your projections are like. Like in 2 years, what is your projection? What do you think you're gonna make in 2 years?
In 2 years, what am I going to be making, like monthly,
Monthly
profit?
Yeah. You can use for this money for your lifestyle. You don't have to
Yeah.
reinvest it back.
Well,
into
my
the company.
business right now, profit, like on top of the cost of the product that we buy wholesale, and on top of the shipping to America, and on top of the Amazon fee, which is about 20 to 30% of the Amazon listing price. We make about $6,000 profit per month. That's split between me and Parker. But we don't spend $3,000 a month. We pay ourselves a set allowance of $1,500 every month. And the rest of it we save up to buy another product. 1,000 of it.
See, so you have actually retail. You're in the retail business.
E-tail.
Or e-tail slash retail. Yeah.
Shop online. I'm in the shopping online.
And the thing is, for me, like being in the service industry, brick and mortar, like I have a very sure idea of how much I need to sell, how much I need to, and how much I make from that sale. But retail is tricky because you got to reinvest it back into the company. You got to buy bigger stock. So it's like. So how much money you actually make per month is pretty ambiguous. It's like you got to choose how much money you make.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's all about growing your business. So we make $6,000 per month profit. We could stay the same size and spend all of that $6,000 and just keep ordering 1,000 units at a time, or we could reinvest most of that $6,000 profit into another product. And then 2 years from now, we can have 5 or 10 products and be making 5 times this 6,000. So I would say in 2 years, conservatively, we'll have 5 products. So making $30,000 per month profit and stepping up our monthly allowance to maybe $3,000, double what it is now. Like, I'm not in a rush to live in penthouses. Like, I like living in simple $400 a month apartments, because the 4-hour work week, I have the 4-hour work week mentality, and people that watch this that have the same mentality, they understand. And a lot more people actually understand this philosophy now because of Facebook and social media. It's that one quote: people are happier that spend their money on experiences rather than things, rather than cars, houses, apartments. So I like to spend my money on beer and plane tickets and food. And so that's okay. $5,000 a month maybe will allow me to live comfortably in most any city around the world. So that's all I need.
Basically buying gear, you're not I don't like buying gear.
I don't like buying gear. Yeah. Like, all I need is my phone, a nice camera, one hat. I only have one hat at a time. When I lose it or it gets dirty, I buy another one.
But in America, buying gear is like a big thing of the lifestyle.
I used to be into buying gear until I adopted this new. It's kind of a new revolution going on, the minimalist revolution, where people realize that less is more.
Yeah, fuck gear. Like, it's gotta fit everything that you own. It's gotta fit in like a fucking, a bag.
I'm going to live in the Philippines, and this is all I'm taking as a regular.
Oh shit! No.
I'm going to live in the Philippines.
You don't have like a little, like a big roller, like none of that shit.
I do here.
Okay.
I brought one here,
Yeah.
but I've decided I actually don't want that anymore. So I'm just
fuck gear. Yeah. Fuck gear. Yeah.
So I'm taking half as much clothes with me to the Philippines. I'm just gonna buy I'm only bringing 2 tank tops and 2 t-shirts to the Philippines, and I might buy a couple more t-shirts. I'm not even bringing my workout shorts. I'm gonna buy new ones there because I kind of want new ones. 1 pair of workout shoes, 1 pair of flip-flops, 3 to 5 pairs of.
And that's the best. It's the most liberating feeling. Like, to not have clutter,
Yeah, and all the minimalists on Instagram, and they all say the same thing. Oh my god, I'm so happy ever since I went minimalist. There's no clutter. I'm so not stressed. I feel so free. I can just move. But yeah,
I used to have but I mean, I still have my toy collection.
Back in the States.
I used to
lugging it around. Well,
Right, but it's still in my parents' house, but I still have my fucking
Parents' house is okay. Hoard your shit at your parents' house.
Okay, so yes, that is the rule. But then, I'm actually into women's products.
Yeah, and you should do that, and we'll be talking about that, over the next months.
Actually, I want to sell women's products because fucking guys like us, you tell us to buy shit. You gotta like fucking put a gun to our heads to buy clothes. I'm not about to dress like Justin Bieber.
Yeah, women shop more online than men. I mean, I think that's a statistic. So yeah, if you sell it in a women's niche, then that's good.
The www actually represents the first W is web. You gotta go web. The other W is you gotta scale it. Gotta go worldwide, not a fucking one country. That's one of the dumbest things you can do. And the third one is women. You gotta cater to women.
Yeah.
That's what www stands for.
So women's products, it'd be good. You'll be very successful doing that. All you gotta do is to be successful online. Well, selling physical products is have a lot of money to invest in inventory, and just do the obvious stuff.
Actually, it was funny because my friend's parents just died. I mean, it's kind of sad, but
SBT, sad but true.
she just inherited like $3 million. And I was, break me off a piece of the. break it off a little bit,
I'll make this clear. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have $10,000 to buy 1,000 units at $10 a piece from Alibaba.com. I had to go to a friend who is kind of an angel investor, a friend who was an investor that trusted me, and we did a test order before the $1,000 order, or 1,000 unit order. We did a test order with our own money. We bought 200 units, and that sold out very quick on Amazon. So we started with 2K, proved that it sold quickly, and then we went to a good friend investor and got a small business loan that every other business needs anyway. So, and this is a very good loan because it's a retail loan, an inventory loan that's guaranteed to sell back, to sell out. Virtually guaranteed because it's going to be on Amazon.com shelves, which is the biggest store in America. It's just a matter of how fast it will sell. And if you're only selling a hot selling product, a trending selling product, like that's what we do, that's what you want to do, of course it's going to sell out. So, yeah, it takes money, and you may need to get a loan to start a business. I mean, any business. So, yeah, ask your friend show him the business.
Yeah, so I'm getting into women's products. That's the first one. Amazon, which Riley was very influential in getting myself into the whole scene.
It's just selling in the biggest store in America. Would you want to sell in the second and third biggest stores or the biggest one? Just sell in the biggest one.
If you do like a small Shopify site, I feel like you're doing another neighborhood, fucking in the middle of nowhere, selling shit.
Yeah. You can do that.
It's gonna take a long time.
You can do that yourself. It's just your cost to advertise that sale will be more because you're gonna have to pay Google to get the traffic, right? You're gonna have to do some Google ads or some Google shopping ads, that's what I did before. Starting in the summer of 2014 all the way up to January 2015, I had a Shopify store selling a niche product. It was inflatable hot tubs, of all things, because I did research for like a month and said, there's not very many inflatable hot tub sites. I can be like the authority one. And over Christmas, I sold like 8 $1,200 inflatable hot tubs. But I paid so much to Google every month for those clicks. It was basically breaking even. So it's the same thing. Either you're going to pay Google or you're going to pay Amazon, essentially, for customers' eyeballs. And Amazon turns out to be the better deal, So that's essentially it. And
Guys.
Amazon is more. It's really trustworthy because people already have their credit card in there. They don't have to fill their credit card info in each time, like a random portable hot sub. World.com. It's just people. Amazon's trustworthy, and they hold all your inventory for you and disperse it every day with each sale. So it allows you to be free and work from wherever city in the world. That's why I'm in Saigon, guys. Let's describe why I'm in Saigon. Why am I here? Why am I here?
Oh, wait, why?
Southeast Asia is the digital nomad capital of the world because it's very cheap to live. It's also very accommodating. And over the last 5 years or so, there's an influx of online entrepreneurs, freelancers, business owners. They move out here.
In Southeast Asia, where is sort of the pub? Where is like
The number one hub is Chiang Mai, just because it caught on about 4 or 5 years ago, and that just kind of escalated. And so that's the highest density of online business professionals. So there was a big conference there. Actually small conference. October 2014, like we said before, that's where I quit my job and attended that just to meet everyone and see what was good, learn what was going on. I had my small Shopify site, not making money, but I wanted to figure out how to make it work for real, full time. So I saved up about 10 grand from my door knocking job for Comcast, selling internet, TV, and phone, and home security systems there for about a year. And I actually did that during my summers in college, so I did that after college for about a year, making good money, but you still have to drive through those neighborhoods and knock those doors. It's a location-dependent business. My dream was to work online in a coffee shop for a few hours a day, and then spend the rest of my day doing whatever I want, eating food, meeting up with people, meeting friends, driving motorbikes around Southeast Asia. So quit my job, move out here. Number one, to save money. Number two, to meet other internet people who are trying to make the same thing happen. Number three, to experience travel, to have an exotic lifestyle,
but
good weather.
But Riley, you should be honest. You used to be a football player. You used to be a jock.
Yeah.
And so I mean, this is sort of the atypical jock sort of.
There's no other jocks doing.
right. What you're doing, because jocks are. I mean, not to stereotype, but I mean, really, like.
You have a point.
So you have like, this is sort of like a hippie sort of leaning, if you will.
I'm a very hippie leaning, nerd leaning jock. I'm more of a nerd than a jock.
So you weren't the beer drinking.
I was.
Fuck all the bitches.
But I was a biochemistry major. I was a scientist.
Oh, so you were like the smart.
I was the
smart jock.
Yeah. I was a smart frat boy. I was the science geek frat boy. But I don't act like a geek. Because I'm a hip hop head, so I'm like all.
No. Wait. I was listening to your music, and you were like listening to jazz, and I was like, I was like, you'd be listening to Slayer.
Oh, on my videos?
No. You were exercising in and then I was listening, and you were like listening to like jazz hip hop, and I was like, wait.
When we were at the hotel?
Yeah, at the hotel. And then I was like, Riley, let me turn on Slayer for you. Turn on your anthem. The football jock player anthem.
Yeah.
Pantera. And I was like, no.
I'm into everything, but I'm not really into heavy metal or country music. That's
But okay, so rewind back to your jock friends.
Yeah.
They're more into like fucking.
No.
I'm sorry, because I'm so far from being a jock.
I grew up in the hip hop head crowd, so I'm a big hip hop head since 4th grade. 26.
Oh, okay. So we have like a 8-year age gap. So
sure. Age is what is age? It's all about how wise you are, right?
Yeah.
And how much experience you have.
But I mean, when it comes to tech, I can go all day. This can be an 8-hour podcast. We can go till 6 in the morning.
Yeah, we can just get blacked out. Call it when we've
like the most fun, like fascinating, appetizing, fascinating thing is have like one e-commerce guy, and then one fucking tech guy, one social media guy. Fucking talk until like the next morning. You know, it's like the
I want
most
to do that, yeah, sometime. You know?
exactly, and then you'll learn like all the shit that you didn't learn in college. You know.
Dude, that's what Chiang Mai is like. That's what it's like.
Oh yeah, it's
These
like that.
conferences,
It's
like,
that good, huh?
It's like this guy's a super nerd in SEO. This guy's been doing like Facebook advertising. This guy's been doing Amazon. This guy's, you know, this guy's been doing Shopify over here, and you know, it's literally we're in this office called Pun Space, this co-working space, probably the size of this restaurant right here. And I was just working there for the first 4 months in Chiang Mai, and it just, after the third month, it's just, okay, like, what's working? Of everyone that was at this conference, you know, most people stayed there to live, quit their jobs. Actually, not most. A good handful did. It's like, okay, who's making money and who's not? You know, proof is in the pudding. What's making money?
And plus, you can't lie about that because, like, send me a screenshot.
Yeah, everyone, like, you walk up to their computer at their desk, okay? And, you know, people don't want to lie. People in this community are generally, like, genuine people.
It's hard to lie because in the brick and mortar business, like, you got to have all the receipts and, like, you don't know whether that's real. But, like,
am I actually profitable?
Right, but for this whole tech thing, it's like, send me your screenshot, motherfucker.
It's easy as that.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
We're not going to talk about how much exactly we make online, but did I show you my...
Told you.
Yeah.
My business.
Wait. But did I show you my analytics page on YouTube?
No.
Oh, I haven't yet.
You told me.
Rough idea, yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about YouTube some more. What were we just talking about? Oh yeah. That's the beauty of the Southeast Asia like co-working spaces things. If you guys wanted to get into the
Vietnam has less of that, right? Because it's Chiang Mai is sort of has
Chiang
that
Mai
whole
is the
hub.
number one. I just did a podcast with Kai and another one with Brandon and another one with Evan. I have 2 more podcasts coming out, so I have 3 on my channel. You should see now of comparing Saigon to Chiang Mai. 3 different people that have all lived in both cities.
But it's a whole different scene because Chiang Mai is like very tech.
Well, yeah, it's very online. It's very freelance. Every coffee shop has got white dudes and their laptops doing this. And there's co-working places where it's filled with them.
And the thing is, the average...
It's like San Francisco transported to Asia.
But the average American would not know about this whole scene going on.
No, unless it's in your heart, unless it's in your brain to have an intention to live this sort of travel, independent lifestyle. If it is, you'll search it on YouTube and you'll find it.
And actually, that's a very interesting thing because when you're living in America, like, you're very confined to your lifestyle, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's a bubble. I call it the bubble. Like your job. I had a job. We all had jobs, right? 9-to-5 jobs. And my philosophy on the job is it's a bubble that you get sucked into. The bubble gets stickier and stickier the longer you're there because, number one, you become friends with your coworkers, and you become more comfortable. It becomes harder to quit that job, right? Because if you quit that job, now you just lost your social circle. Number two, you gain more responsibilities within that company. So now you're promoted to a manager. Oh my God, it's harder to quit because you have more responsibilities and your pay is higher. So as you stay in a job longer, you get higher pay in an employee position. Of course, not everyone's an employee. Most of us were. I'm not an employee. That's a crazy realization. I'm not, because we all used to be. So
we all used to be.
Yeah, we all used to be. Yeah, we all start somewhere. So yeah, you gain more responsibility, your income gets higher, and your social circle gets tighter within that job. So it gets harder and harder to leave the longer you're in your job. And the third thing is the more possessions you buy, the more anchors, the more tie downs you buy, because you might sign that a year lease on the apartment, 2-year lease. You might buy a car that has like a 3-year, 5-year lease.
Wait. Okay, back up. How are you gonna get married? After you get married, can you live this lifestyle?
You definitely can, but just the fact that you said, how are you going to get married, is just, when you live in my kind of world, it's questioning every paradigm. It's questioning the marriage paradigm. Like, a lot of people in my, this kind of freelance, independent generation, like, they say, I mean, a lot of people, even in our parents' generation, they don't get married, they just have, life partners, but, you definitely can live location independent and be married. There's lots of digital nomad couples through Chiang Mai. Tons of couples come
with
through.
kids.
No, not with kids.
Okay.
Not with
so kids changes the whole.
Kids change it. There maybe are a couple blogs with kids.
Because actually, I was watching, listening to 4-Hour Workweek, and it was like.
Oh, good for you, man.
And it was interesting. But I mean, the thing was, I caught on to the tech even before I actually listened to the book. And one thing that he said was, I know a woman who's actually traveling with her kids, but you know that part, right?
That's why he put that in there.
Yeah.
But I can't travel. I have a mortgage and kids. Isn't travel dangerous? It just kills every perception that we think we have.
Yeah. The kids.
You can do it if your mind's set to it. It's totally safe to move kids' schools every year or 6 months, whatever. Or homeschool them or whatever he talks about.
Homeschooling, but
he even makes the argument that it's better because your kids will be so well cultured and just so.
That's his whole thesis, whole argument. And here's the thing: it's like. I'm talking to Riley, and he's like, man, I met some techies, but you're living it because it's like you breathe it, live it, and you enjoy it, like 24/7. It's like
24/7.
This motherfucker, I see him like I meet this guy, like he's like walking and he's like happy. Like I was like, okay, so this Riley guy, I saw him on YouTube. And I was like, man, this motherfucker's crazy, right? because he's
I'm so happy, I'm too happy.
Yeah. And I see him, and so I was like, okay, so let's meet. He's like walking, and he's like so happy, and I'm like, okay, and like, okay, let's go someplace, and then he's like, let's have a beer, and he's like so enjoying the beer, whereas I'm like so fucking stressed out, I'm out of my mind because. I'm running a brick and mortar business, and I gotta meet certain, things and
times and deadlines.
Yeah, and then I see Riley, and then he's having a beer at like 11, and I'm like, and then I'm not really new.
Oh, was that when we were on Livin?
Yeah.
I did have a beer at 11. That's just because we were filming, and I wanted to be more funny because I wanted to get drunk. I don't know.
But you're a funny guy whether you're drunk or not. but the thing is,
I was kind of nervous, so I wanted to.
But I was like,
no, we're in Vietnam.
But the thing is, like you're living it, you're loving it.
Yeah.
And I've met other like techies, doing like the whole digital nomad thing. You really love it.
Yeah, they're still too nerdy about it. That's the whole thing with my idea for my YouTube and for me and Parker. Me and Parker's kind of YouTube. He's gonna get into it. Eventually. Is like we met a lot of digital nomads in Chiang Mai, but like none of them really talk about the lifestyle so much because it's all about the lifestyle for us. 4-Hour Workweek is not a business book; it's a lifestyle book. Right.
So when you talk to me, it's all about fucking how much money you're making, But for Riley, it's more like living the life, living that.
Yeah, it's all about living the life that I dreamed of when I was a little kid, 4th, 5th grade, watching Big Timers, Lil Wayne rap videos, just their whole clique on top of the Hummers, just like doing whatever they want. Just like that was me and my friend's dream. And like touring around the country, flying on planes, like that was like our dream. We just want to be the boss. Oh yeah, we were talking about why I was so happy when we were hanging out.
Yeah, no, it was weird because I met digital nomads and
yeah,
and I was like, okay, so and the beauty of the web is you can be anywhere you want.
Yeah, that's the true beauty.
The true beauty of it. And then,
If you like traveling, it's sure the business for you.
but the thing is, Riley loves that whole the whole life. You know those guys who love pimping, who love the gangster lifestyle. It's like Riley is a guy like because I met other like techies. So the thing about Riley is, there are Crips who love crippin'. there are Crips who love the crippin' lifestyle. But then the thing about Riley is he loves the whole like digital nomad lifestyle. He loves it. Like he loves it.
I'm new to it, man. Like this is my first year. Like I just hit 1 year in Asia. Like this is, and I've never traveled outside the U.S. really before. Like so, I'm still on a travel high, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But he loves it, and he's like, man. I met him, and he's like, okay, fucking, there's no place to eat around here. Let's go to that pizza shop. And he's like, okay. Then he's like, yeah, what do you want to drink? He's like, let me have a beer. And he's like sipping that beer, but he's not like getting drunk. He's just like feeling it, like kind of like a little just want a beer or two just to sort of feel the mood out and like feeling.
So relaxed, man. Like it's my favorite thing. I was gonna say this earlier, but my favorite thing about the internet job is being able to the first time, right when you wake up in the morning. My favorite thing to do is to take an hour nap. Or no, wake up. What time is it? Hour nap time. Sleeping in, guys. I love sleeping in. I've always loved sleeping in. Ever since I was a kid, I was always a night owl, always up super late, always waking up late. And so my favorite thing to do is wake up whenever I'm not tired, man.
Do you jerk off before you take a nap?
In a way.
Okay.
I figure out to make that work, but essentially, that's a good way to do it.
But I'm a fan of that. But but anyways, I'm married, so you guys, let's keep it on
the broad perspective. Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah. I mean, who's not? But sleeping in. Everyone loves sleeping in, but like I'm living it. Like it's all about. So the 4-hour work week is about the new rich. His phrase is the new rich in experiences, rich in freedom, not rich in bank account. I consider myself very rich, very new rich, because I'm rich in options, I'm rich in freedom, I'm rich to go to bed whenever I want, I'm rich to wake up whenever I want, I'm rich to sleep in my bed and work from my pajamas all day and not move from my bed and order takeout if I want, any day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or fucking Saturday. I can not even work for a whole day and just sleep and not even open my computer because my business has no deadlines. You know what I'm saying? So
the thing is, and it's I mean, to us, because we're on the other side of it, but in the States, it's like to see people, friends close to us, working out paying for gear is kind of like unlike, we've been like desensitized to that. Like, no, not desensitized, but like we've extracted all of that out of our system, Yeah. Buying gear, like fucking audio systems or I don't know, fucking...
Right. Yeah, just cool possessions. And especially if you're in a business like me where the more money you have, the more money you make, the more freedom you get to live into more cities around the world. I'm starting out in Southeast Asia because it's the cheapest, all right? One of the cheapest and most accommodating. It's got that nice balance, great Wi-Fi, great coffee. So, anyways, I think of money as more making money. So instead of paying $10,000 cash for a car, which I did, my second year out of college, I spent $10K cash on like a used BMW because I thought I was going to be the coolest guy driving around. And I had all this money in my bank account, like 20 grand, which was the stupidest thing. And now 10 grand is like, yeah, 10 grand, put that into a physical product, sell it on Amazon, and all of a sudden...
How'd you save the 20 grand into your
I saved the 20 grand knocking doors and making like $200 commissions.
So it was a man-to-man, person-to-person...
Oh, yeah, direct sales, door knocking. And, you can...
And not very scalable.
No, unless you want to manage your own team, which you're still going to be knocking doors training.
So the company was scaling you, basically.
Yeah, I worked for a major corporation. I worked for Comcast. We've all worked for a major corporation, but I'm glad that I did that because I got a sense of the corporate feel, and it just was not for me.
But okay. So here comes a sort of like a really sort of tricky, sort of sticky question is, a lot of these motherfuckers, employees of mine, people who work for me, like, well, I'm working for you. I'm scaling the business for you. But at the same time, it's like, well, bitch, you're getting a paycheck, so fucking do what I say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you kind of have to. Everyone's got to eat. You kind of have to work for. You kind of got to be the bitch at the beginning.
But at the same time, it's like that's the whole evil of this whole brick and mortar business. It's like
You have to enslave employees.
No, but more like it's when you're on the web, right? It's more innocent because you're not getting into people's faces. You're not getting busy. Right. You don't have a big line, and you're like fucking picking. Okay, McDonald's quarter pounder. Like, okay, next, come here. Okay, all right, Big Mac, fucking large fries. And then you're like, what? You step on my shoes, motherfucker? I'll kill you, motherfucker. It's not like that.
I'm sure McDonald's would sell their fries and Big Macs online exclusively if they wanted to. The most expensive part of a brick and mortar business, is the employees. Any business is the employees and the rent, the space. So McDonald's is slowly implementing the automated ordering things. You can build your own burger on the automated machine. And essentially what the shopping online is just kind of a robot helping you, and a robot is a web interface. It's essentially robots doing all the work. The robot actually picks the product off the shelves for you, even though it's all the way in the Amazon warehouse. A robot goes and shops for you, and puts it in the cart and then ships it to you. So, yeah, we're in a technological revolution, and people don't even realize it. It's way bigger than the Industrial Revolution. It's way bigger than the Enlightenment. Any period in history, this is the biggest revolution that they're going to look back and be like, remember that period, like when smartphones just came on? Like that was the start of the robot, automated, freaking crazy new wave of generation. That's when exponential technology hit the curve of the hockey stick. It goes like this, guys, and we are literally right here. That's what all the experts say, and people don't even realize that in 10 years it's going to be every year it gets double the computer speed. So
my porno site is going to be huge. I'm just joking.
You can make money on that. I've seen some digital nomads that make money in that space, advertising, just because it's all about eyeballs and traffic. And that particular part of the web is like 30% of the web or something. Isn't porno like 30% of all web traffic? I don't know. I heard that stat randomly. But yeah, we live in a very interesting time, and it's just amazing how only like 2 years ago, I was just like a pipe dream of mine, knocking doors. I was listening to the Travel Like a Boss podcast in my earbuds while I was knocking doors. It's a podcast of a digital nomad and kind of his life, and interviewing other digital nomads about, you sell books you write Kindle books and you sell them on Amazon? How's that been going? Like interviewing all different ways of people making money online. I was just like, yes, man, if these guys can do it, I can do it. And so that conference, that meetup in Chiang Mai gave me...
Wait. So how are you living in Chiang Mai? But you were doing the dropshipping thing and kind of... You were struggling at that time.
I was living off my savings. I saved up 10 grand from knocking doors, and I was actually knocking doors for real estate my last year. And I just actually closed a deal this week from a door that I knocked on in summer of 2014.
How much did you pay for?
It was about a $4,000 commission that I just made. So
that's nice.
A nice little Christmas bonus.
Yeah. No, that's nice. It's like, oh fuck, I fucked with that like way back, and then.
Yeah, I knocked on this guy's door summer of 2014, over a year and a half ago, and he actually went to jail, and I was still selling his house, so a bunch of complications, but finally his friend handled it for him. So crazy, yeah.
No, and it's a really beautiful story, like, because you were all about that whole 4-hour work week before you even got to Chiang Mai.
Yeah, of course.
So, and let me talk about Riley. Like, you're from fucking Seattle, right? And that's like the least like digital nomad. And who introduced you to the whole scene, to the whole culture, and
Nomad?
Yeah.
Myself, bro. It really came down
How'd
to
you find it? Like online, like on Amazon, or like what's the deal?
No, I found it in a fucking bookstore. No, yeah.
You found it at a bookstore?
No.
Borders bookstore?
I'm gonna break down essentially why I'm here because I want people to understand the key reasons that I'm here. What made me get here compared to someone else that's still dreaming? Because that could have been me. It was just a key couple things, and I want to communicate that because I want everyone else to quit their jobs and move out here because it's obviously he can see it. I don't even realize it, but I'm just so freaking excited because it was my dream. I wanted it so bad. First of all, I think everyone has a desire to travel the world. That's
absolutely
unanimous.
That's sort of like an impulse of the human being.
It's an impulse of human being.
Yeah,
exactly. We're nomadic, right? And now that we live in the age of flying freaking buses, it's like, how could you not? Really, you're gonna live in the whole city, and you know there's flying buses out there, and you really didn't go see the other side of the planet and all these other continents and crazy regions.
But there's motherfuckers out there working at sandwich shops and like I'm gonna sell these hoagies, like.
I know, man, and that's okay. Like, we need people to sell our hoagies, so
it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
It's all about your environment, man. So, first of all, I grew up around positive friends and positive people. You need that in your life if you're gonna do anything.
No. But I really like. Did you stumble upon 4-Hour Workweek on Amazon or like how?
Yeah.
You were living in fucking Seattle, fucking Kurt Cobain area, and then.
I stumbled on the 4-Hour Workweek blog. I think
because
even before I took my 2-week vacation to Thailand in 2013, the year after college, I stumbled on the 4-Hour Workweek blog. I think probably like in 2012, probably through some like self-help type of article, 4hourworkweek.com, because I was real into like self-help, like
so you went from the self-help to the techie, which is fascinating.
I went from the self-help to probably an article on 4-Hour Workweek that's like similar self-help, like
because
how to like life hacks, how to make your life better in 6 simple steps. Or
so
some shit
overlapping like of 2 separate industries, and then you found the 4-Hour Workweek, and did it make you cry?
No, I never really read the whole 4-Hour Workweek and got into. I never really figured out what a digital nomad was until 2013, right when I got back from my 2-week vacation to Thailand. That's what really made it real.
Was it Bangkok or?
It was Phuket, Bangkok, and Hong Kong, split between 2 weeks. So when I got back from the 2-week vacation, Parker and we said, let's go live abroad and get jobs abroad. And so I
gotta meet this Parker motherfucker because I don't know.
He's like a ghost. He's in Saigon right now, but we both go to Philippines in a couple days. I go tomorrow. He goes on New Year's because he's skipping Singapore. I don't know.
But Philippines, the internet speed is fucked up.
Is it wacko?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Whatever. We'll upload overnight. We'll make it work. I'm sure there's some places with it that is good. Anyways, the reason I'm here is because I took a 2-week vacation to Thailand, and that's why I recommend all my friends come and visit. Just come and visit for 2 weeks. Just do it. They'll get a taste of our lifestyle, and then they'll just see. They'll taste it.
Well,
and say,
Riley, we're drinking the Paps right now.
Should we do another shot? You take this up.
Yeah, they're like
this Korean. It's almost done.
Weak vodka.
Korean weak vodka.
Well, Riley, I ain't coming all the way down to fucking Vietnam, cause I got fucking.
Cause they talk like that in Seattle, yeah, don't they? Up here in the Northwest, boy, we'll show you how to start some internet companies.
We got them shotguns in the back seat, and then we're just gonna show you exactly how it's done right here in Seattle.
We'll show you how to brew a good cup of brew.
But here's the thing, like, also this whole Washington area is dark, man, because I ask people and they're like, dude, this place it's checkered because it's a little bit of good because they're like, okay, we got nature,
yeah, lots of green, yeah,
going fishing and all that.
Yeah, lake. It's got a
Which
nice
is good,
lake right
you
on
know.
the city and shit.
But then at the same time, it's like sometimes like around the season it gets dark. And,
Yeah. Fall and winter, it's pretty cloudy. You know,
and then
so.
it's like it gets depressing at times, you know.
Yeah, people get depressed. You know, that's because people have no excitement in their lives because the modern day, you know, job is so repetitive. You know that turns off your brain. If you're a philosopher, I can talk.
And
about
then
that.
I'm back to like Nirvana and Kurt Cobain and stuff like that. But
He killed himself. Fuck.
but I mean that whole scene there is like it's like
The grunge scene.
yeah, the grunge scene is like and the whole scene of the whole like Washington is different. It's not like your everyday fucking America because it's an animal of its own because
Yeah, it's kind of up there in the corner. It's got its own little side culture.
right, and plus it's not like a regular suburb. It's because you have that year-round sort of weather that is very unique, you know, euphemistically to say that, you know, and then
The seasons.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Super nice in the summer. You know, gray in the winter and cold, chilly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm out here because I had a desire to travel, and oh yeah, my number one life hack, guys. The second reason I'm here, it could be is because when me and Parker got back from Thailand, we moved into an apartment together, 1 bedroom by the way, $900 total. We paid $450 in the suburb of Seattle, very expensive. Bellevue. Okay, I slept on the couch for a year. We made the decision to not sign up for cable TV. That's why I'm here. Because through not having cable TV, we consumed on our living room TV YouTube Now. Instead of basketball games, instead of ESPN 24/7, instead of the news, instead of the cable shows like Duck Dynasty and shit. Okay? We watched YouTube, and YouTube takes you down a fucking portal of whatever you're interested in. Joe Rogan podcast, you know, philosophy, just wisdom, traveling, how to make money teaching, how to make money freelancing online. And that became our world. And we just saw all these travelers, like YouTube channels and stuff, and we're like, it just became our world, you know? And just like, it becomes real. It's the law of attraction, bro.
So in terms of, I don't want to say traffic, but views, what's bigger now, YouTube or fucking CBS or NBC?
You know what? A lot of YouTubers get way more views than independent media, way more views than like CBS and shit. Like Casey Neistat gets 600,000 views per day. You know, that's more than a lot of cable channels.
So it's funny because even a small but I want to mention something because actually YouTube is the dominant sort of
it is
visual.
It's not secondary anymore. It's mainstream.
It's a main thing, bigger than the fucking television, you know.
Yeah, like alternative media is not so much alternative anymore. Like a lot of channels.
So it's like actually your television, your cable television is like the fucking, you know, the shit in the garage that you don't drive anymore,
Yeah,
you know?
Man. And it's
which is
I can talk
amazing.
About that forever.
And I only have 5,000 subscribers, but
5,000, thanks. Or nice, man.
Well,
nice job.
Thank you. You know, it's a small step.
I just hit 100, guys, just so you know.
No, but Riley, he's gonna get a million.
This is me way back when I'm, you know, preschool.
But you'll get a million.
Oh shit. Whoa, though.
But
thanks,
I got bitches hitting me up right now at 5,000 subscribers. I'm like,
and you have girls hitting you up? See, when I get to that level, I was like,
I'm like, dude, real. I'm married. Girl,
But I do have this other YouTube friend, you know, his name's Riley. You can check out his channel.
I'll refer to Riley.
Yeah.
But I got girls like hitting me up. I'm like, dude, I'm married. Don't you see that I have a kid? You know. And then other thing is, you know, once in a while, you know, I might meet like a follower or whatnot. Not you, okay? I'm not talking about you. But then I might meet like one of my sort of like niche followers, and you'd be like shaking and shit, like.
Yeah.
Like,
a little bit of YouTube starstruck, sure.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm just like a fucking normal guy, just uploading videos. I just wanna, you know, make a little bit of money on the YouTube on the side. And then he's like,
And make some good home movies, you know, capture your life, man.
Exactly.
That's a cool thing.
The thing about Casey Neistat, which is fucking amazing, because he's like the fucking Jack Kerouac of fucking YouTube. Because if you want to talk about, okay, if you have to talk about the motherfucker who is the icon of a certain
Yeah.
literary movement or a fucking film movement, you know, you talk about like the fucking Godard of fucking new wave, French new wave, or you want to talk about who's the guy okay, noir.
Noir.
Yeah.
I remember some Elliot. Who was that?
And then or you know, the beat movement, you know, Kerouac, whatever. Casey Neistat is the fucking he's a shit, like
He's the independent film, yeah.
but because he was able to bring the fucking art, like film world, to the YouTube and still make it work and make it exciting. Because once you bring like ART into it, you know, it might not be the most commercial venture, if you will, but then to make it work on YouTube, you know, he did a very brilliant thing, you know. So Casey Neistat, fuck.
Yeah, and he's just showing us that YouTube is. He has a video about this. It's like YouTube is not alternative now. YouTube is mainstream. He's like I went from YouTube. No, I went from HBO to YouTube, but he's like, I didn't go from mainstream to non-mainstream. I went to the mainstream because YouTube is the new mainstream. So, yeah, it's cool. And you know, we're just kind of starting out. You started making videos how long? 2 years ago?
Actually, I started my channel 10 months ago.
Oh, really?
10 months
you
ago.
At 5,000.
But actually, I had Kyle.
You had Kyle, and he had like
Kyle helped with the SEO and with the traffic. But you guys, I think Riley's gonna hit it because I have the Vietnam SEO.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Vietnam SEO, we're talking about like 5 guys. Well, Kyle's number 1.
The YouTubers, yeah.
Yeah. And we're always like butting heads, you know, meeting each other. So that helps.
There's enough views to go around, so like there really is.
I mean, how many Vietnamese people are there in America? A million, you know.
I have no idea, but
a lot, right?
All 90% of my subscribers are Vietnamese Americans, yeah. Because I'm living.
Oh,
here
you too, huh?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So the thing is, there's enough to go around for everyone. You know, there's enough for everyone. Whereas my fucking brick and mortar business, I can maybe turn the camera. We're only like a minute away. You know, we're fucking stabbing each other and like, bitch, you took my customer. Fuck you. But you know, it's like, but the whole YouTube thing is, it's so scalable. You're reaching the world. You're reaching Vietnamese, not in one fucking neighborhood, but you're reaching Vietnamese in Belgium, Africa.
So yeah, man, it's a very interesting time because it's becoming more and more common that we can have a career online these days, and to have the freedom to travel. Like, if there's a blessing in the world, like, thank God for the internet, because I think travel is not just like a luxury. I think it's an obligation as citizens of the planet Earth living in the age of flying buses. Like, this is how I look at it. I look at things through the big picture. My business on my tax return is called Big Picture Digital. Like, if you're an alien looking down, and let's say you're an alien and you're like enslaved and you had no freedom to move on your planet, but you had a really long telescope and you're looking at the Earth and you're looking at these people, and you're like, why are they choosing to live on that one little city? They're totally free. They have these flying buses. Why don't they just go get on one? Why don't they go see their whole planet? I can't even do that. I'm shackled in some alien dystopian civilization. So if we do have the freedom to see the whole planet before we die. Like, we're going to die. Like, don't you want to see the planet that you were born on, that you shouldn't have even been born on? It's a miracle that we're even here. It's a 1 in a trillion chance that we were all, like, born here. Anyways, it's cool that we can work remotely and travel, and I'm only 1 year into doing it, so it's pretty freaking cool and exciting. It was just my dream. And what's your main, do you want to travel more, moving into the online business, just less headaches, or what?
So for me, I have like 4, 5 online businesses that I was able to start. You know, I think YouTube is sort of a side thing of my several tech projects.
For sure.
YouTube is not like my fucking identity, nor is my brick and mortar business. It's more about the tech, getting deeper into it. Like, one day I will learn PHP. One day I will learn, Python. One day I will learn e-commerce, thanks to Riley. But you know a lot of shit because you have the purists who are like, you gotta do it this way. But then I heard Riley's philosophy and I saw his screenshots too, like of his earnings, and I was like, what do you think of this? And a lot of the purists were like, wait, I don't know what to make of this, And I was like, oh, wait, motherfucker. You said you knew everything, motherfucker. I was like, you said you don't know everything. How come you don't know this? And they were like, right? So I was like, okay. That's what I found out. And actually, my meeting Riley was very instrumental in my finding out that, wow, this is still unexplored territory. Like, the fucking human beings trying to explore space, trying to explore like the fucking underground of the ocean.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. They still haven't figured it out. I could take like guys who really think they know certain things, like fucking Kyle, right? He knows it, but at the same time, like he's like, okay. So as far as the most successful YouTubers I met through Kyle, Gregory Brothers, 2.5 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Other YouTubers, like famous people or whatnot, and then they still don't know what's going on. I asked them like, fucking, what's this, and they're like,
In terms of tech and where it's going and the
and really, if you knowing tech is knowing Google.
Yeah.
Those algorithms, like
knowing e-commerce is knowing Google and SEO and shit.
Like, how much of Google do you know? And YouTube sort of teaches you, like, okay, so Google is kind of like this, and people can only sort of describe it like, okay, Google is consistency. Anyone can say that.
Yeah.
The number one thing is consistency. I just want to make $10,000
a month
online.
Yeah.
Pure profit.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I want to make 10K a month online. I think a lot of people have that goal. So what's your main motivation to have online income?
It's easier.
So
less person-to-person interaction, which is less labor.
Less work per day and more time with your family?
It's more for me, but and my family.
Yeah, more time for yourself and your family and your friends, and more doing what you enjoy doing and less doing what you don't enjoy doing.
The thing is, I'm in a service industry, my brick and mortar industry. I'm not going to tell you, you did mention it, education.
Yeah.
It's more intensive than or it is as intensive as restaurants, okay, if you will. But when you take the tech business, for example, it's a beautiful thing because the service industry, there's nothing more for you to explore. It is what it is.
Yeah, there's no way to double your sales within a month.
Right, it's like, it is what it is, right? But the thing is, the tech business is like, you take the biggest tech genius, he still hasn't quite grasped it. And that lack of repetition and that not knowing where you're going and that whole mystery of the whole process is... So you shouldn't follow the money, you should follow the tech. Because that tech gets me hard.
Yeah. Stay learning the new stuff in SEO. Everything always changes. You have to stay ahead of the curve, and that's what I like about being a part of the online kind of web freelance community, digital nomads, is because everyone is on top of staying ahead of the curve, and being successful is all about that these days.
Yeah. If you fall behind in the tech, you're falling behind on the money, and the thing is, if you're a tech person, you got to meet tech people. And being a tech person, part of the job, I think, like, you know what? I would have to say like 70% of it is just meeting tech people, getting information. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that's like 70% of the job, because the execution is relatively easy.
Yep.
Like,
It's just getting that ahead of the curve information. I would go farther to say 70% of success is being around people that are doing the same thing and that are a little bit ahead of you that you can learn from.
the thing about tech is very easily, it can be very easily replicated. I mean, I don't want to say very easy because that's relative and whatnot, but
Relatively
I mean,
easy.
yeah, 70 to 80% is just like my talking to fucking tech people, just listening to what they say. They're like, oh yeah, and it never ends. It's like I used to work for a production company, and it's like it is what it is. I work for not work for it. I own my own place, and it's like it is what it is. All these brick and mortar places, it just is. It is what it is. But when it comes to tech, it's like you drill deeper.
Yeah.
You drill deeper. It's like
It's a limitless hole.
you figure out, oh shit, the less I know, and it's like it's a really humbling, but at the same time, it's like an orgasmic. Like when I talk about tech, I can go fucking all day. It's like I'm fucking tweaking off the pipe, you know. It's like rolling it on my fingers. It's like all day, 3-4 days, just talking about tech.
SEO.
Yeah.
So let's say you do have 10K per month rolling in passively online. You're just checking your sales per day or whatever it may be. Like, what are your passions and interests? How do you spend your day? What do you get into next?
Yeah, it's all about money and you know, and that's another story. That's the next episode, because I've seen tech people like make about 10,000-15,000 and then they get sort of lethargic and they're like satisfied because you make $10,000 doing nothing, sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
And I've seen those guys, and then what happens is they get into drugs,
Yeah.
whores, drinking. They're like, oh fuck, I hate my life, and I'm like, motherfucker, I just want to be you. It's like, oh no, I'm so bored, like with life, and I'm like, because once you hit a certain stage in tech, when you're making money, like constantly, like when you have like, because relaxation is kin to like fucking depression. You know what I'm talking about? Because you're just fucking relaxed. And then that's akin to fucking depression and like suicidal thoughts.
Yeah, like the 4-Hour Workweek says, boredom is sadness, excitement is happiness.
Well quoted. The thing is, so I find that a lot of these tech guys make like 20,000 a month, 15, 10. They're like, I don't have to do anything, you know? And they're like, I want to kill myself, Yevato. And I'm like, motherfucker, give me your money. Because I work hard for my money, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
They don't.
But we want to work hard to build an automated stream of income so we can work on stuff that we're passionate about, our hobbies. So at that point, it's like a hobby thing.
I feel like you, me, Kyle, my other friends, like, we're going to hit, like, a number and we're going to be satisfied with it. We'll be like, oh, shit. I don't have to do shit. I'm a fucking snob. I know shit that...
YouTube? Or just
overall like,
passive?
Tech, you know, operations. And then we're being like, I make money, you don't. And then so we're gonna be kind of like snobs, like, what do you? And people might ask us, so what do you do for a living? And I'm like, you know, I'm just, you know, a tech guy, you know.
Yeah.
A real mysterious thing, like kind of like, what do you do? You know, it's like I'm 007, you know, type of thing, right? Because people don't know really what we do.
Websites, boy.
And then, like, in 2 or 3 years, we hit certain milestones, and we're just like, oh fuck, we're fucked, man. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. But actually, the whole irony is, I've met these people who want to commit suicide. I'm like, before you do it, man, just give me your money first.
Jeez, man. Well, they lost their passion for life. They need a fucking vocation, a fucking hobby. They need to read the 4-Hour Workweek, because the 4-Hour Workweek is all about wherever you wherever you go in the world, pick up a hobby, learn freaking jujitsu, learn freaking horseback riding, learn salsa, learn a new language. It's all about lifestyle. It's all about having exciting life's experiences, learning new skills, experiencing new cultures. That's what the 4-Hour Workweek is about, and that's my philosophy that I'm trying to live out. I'm trying to live that book. Like that book me and Parker talk about that's our assignment. And Tim Ferriss wrote that, and he's our teacher, and we're doing the assignment. And we are very close to accomplishing that assignment, which is achieve the 4-Hour Workweek, which is work on your business only 4 hours per week.
I have something to mention. Those guys who make a lot of money, they don't do shit. They sleep until 12, and then, But, it's really interesting because you're the first guy I met who's so into that 4-hour workweek, the message, and the whole message is it's kind of, it's refreshing as well as surreal, and you have this whole fucking following who are like you, I'm sure, in Southeast Asia or elsewhere. It's a beautiful thing. In fact, I know Johnny FD.
Yeah,
I actually met him because he had an online presence.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's a small world. Techies.
Yeah, I lived with Johnny FD in Chiang Mai.
It's weird. It's a really weird thing.
At the end of the day, it's all about the philosophy that we share. More time doing what you like to do, less time doing what you don't like to do, and the internet is a great freaking tool to do that, guys, to automate your career, your income, your sales, your daily activities, whatever.
And the thing is, I met a lot of my good friends online, which is weird because that's not traditional because you meet your friends in high school or whatnot.
But it is traditional now. Isn't it half of all marriages are now online met? It's crazy.
Really?
I made that up, but I bet it's close to that.
That's a go.
But it's growing every year. It's just not a matter of if it's 50% now. It's just a matter of when it's going to be 50% of all marriages are met online. But
so you're going to keep drilling tech.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the cool thing about the internet is there's always the next level. The sky is the limit, literally.
So it's you keep digging until you find.
I mean, I'm the 4-Hour Workweek mindset, which is my mindset. I share it. It's not in terms of making $1 million or something like that. It's in terms of monthly cash flow.
Yeah.
So I want to get to a point where I have let's say 10K of profit. It's fun money to do whatever I want, spending money. 10K allowance on the side of my business to pay myself. Actually, just 5K. I only need 5K to spend a month. Okay, you don't need that much to travel the world, all right, and have a freaking blast. Yeah, okay. So I only spend $1,500 a month, and I have a blast, and I live like a king out here. Pop bottles, do whatever fuck, go out as many nights a week as we want. I eat out 3 meals a day for the last year. I have not cooked for myself once.
Which is kind of bad for you, but
yeah, you definitely have to work out.
The food here in Vietnam is delicious.
They have a CrossFit gym. Shout out Asia Next Level. It's cross training, boxing, Muay Thai, and BJJ. Me and Parker have to join a gym wherever we go, or else we do get fat. Yeah, because we eat out all day, and not everything you eat in Asia is bad for you. You can eat salads, soups, pho. Eat a lot of pho, eat a lot of fresh spring rolls, guys, out here. But that's what I love. That's why I feel new rich, because my idea of being rich back home was never having to cook and eating out any restaurant you want. And that's my life now. I eat out wherever I want, and I never have to cook, and I never have to dishes or do my own laundry. Your hotel does that for you, or your apartment, wherever you have. But yeah, I'm always going to be an internet marketer. I'm always going to be on the cutting edge with internet, but that's always just going to be kind of on the side. That's not going to be my identity. My identity is always going to be, I have another blog website, Create and Be Real. My identity is always going to be creating the video. I used to make comedy CDs when I was little. I used to produce
you're not
music.
all about the money like me, because I'm all about the money, because I'm all about getting.
I'm all about the money first to set up your income. After you have the income, then you move on from the money, and then you focus on just your passions, and your passions actually end up turning into money because it's good stuff, and Google likes good stuff, and people will find you if it's good stuff. So I want to create good stuff, and I also want to share. I enjoy sharing the Amazon knowledge and the Digital Nomad knowledge, just because I'm so excited about it. I'm so new about it, and it's still kind of surreal to me.
But Riley, here's another thing. You're not really new to it, because you know knowledge that the fucking veterans don't know.
Yeah, no, because it's very specified. I make money on one specific method of making money online. There's plenty of ways, but this happens to be the most common way that travelers that I met were making money online. So now I'm specialized in this method.
And I was like, okay, so this is O'Reilly way, and they were like, and I was like, wait, motherfucker, I thought you knew, I thought you were an SEO genius, and then he was like,
There's Google SEO, there's Amazon SEO. I'm kind of an Amazon SEO guy.
It's an amazing thing, because it's an art. It's an art form at the end of the day. Like, whether it's YouTube, whether it's blogging, whether it's eBay or Amazon or porn or whatever, it's a beautiful thing, and it's really liberating at the end of the day, because you're like, oh shit, I can make my living doing this. I mean, for me, I have higher budgets because I have a family or whatnot, but then it's liberating, because I'm like, when you make money online, it's not like making money like through a job. It's like when you're making money, like it's like whoop, fall on your lap, and you're just like it's like crack cocaine. It's like when you make money online, it's like a different type of feeling.
It's surreal, man. Yeah, I look up every day. I look at my Amazon seller app, and I just see how much money we made per day. So it's crazy. I'm still very new. I'm only 1 year into it, but yeah, I still like sharing the knowledge, because I want everyone that was in the same position as me, which is everyone that had a 9-to-5 job. I just want to show other people that it's possible, and how simple it can be if you get around the right people and learn the right method. Because I found some random guy's blog that got me into this, that changed my life, literally 180. And so if someone can stumble upon my blog or my YouTube and have the same thing, then everything was worth it. I just want to pass on the favor. That's it.
Oh yeah, I'm not that nice. Riley, let me.
It's because my life fucking changed, bro. Like, it was a freaking dream come true, literally.
So it's a beautiful thing, huh?
It's a beautiful thing. Internet's a beautiful thing. Praise internet.
So those guys are gonna take that chair. So I think it's a good time to.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I may see you probably next time in Saigon. Who knows when?
Oh shit.
Maybe we'll do a follow up. Whether it's virtual or whether it's in person. Who knows? But that was fun, man.
Fascinating. I mean, I got to know the real Riley, and then
yeah, I got to know the real Yevato a little bit. Kind of pick his brain on his background. Subscribe to Yevato Kim.
Subscribe to Riley, and it's a beautiful thing. I'll see you again.
Yeah, I'll see you again, man.
I know I will.
Let's hug it out, bro. That was fun.
That was fascinating. I'm gonna see you again, and it's a beautiful thing.
The internet is a beautiful thing. YouTube is a beautiful thing. Thank you, creators of YouTube. Thank you, creators of the internet. Thank you, everyone that watched this. Thank you, everyone that cooks food for me every day. And that was some good.
Too bad you can't be here, because I mean, here we could have collaborated more. And
I know. I'll be back in Saigon. I gotta do. My brother is visiting. That's why we gotta visit. We gotta do a bit of backpacking to some places, because he kind of wants to do some backpacking. So.
Okay.
I'm off to Philippines.
Oh shit!
Stay tuned. Stay tuned for some Philippines videos. I'm only taking this to the Philippines, guys. It's real.
I really thought you maybe had like a roller type of thing. No.
I do, but I'm leaving it here.
Okay. With whom?
My friend Kai, another digital nomad.
Okay.
Chiang Mai guy.
Okay.
So,
I guess we should make it here.
alrighty, guys. I will see you on the flip side. Peace, love.